Okay, so today we're going to continue with comparison problems. However, these are different. And remember, yesterday we talked about that word more not always meaning adding, and this is exactly why we don't want to teach keywords. So the first problem that you're going to be presenting to students is there were some friends reading books, and there were more friends reading books than playing board games. The question that you're going to be asking students is, what are you picturing in your mind as you read these sentences? How many friends are you picturing reading books, and how many could be playing board games? Are there more students or friends reading books or playing board games? And how do you know? And having them just turn and talk and really giving them time to express their understanding of what this actually means. Then obviously you're going to reveal one quantity. So there are 10 friends reading books. So remember, with comparison, we're talking about comparing two different quantities. So reading books, and the other one is playing board games. You can encourage students to label, which would be great. You can also have them just put R in P or R in G, whatever it is. Okay, so remember, there were 10 friends reading books. Having students show 10 friends, and I would encourage you to use counters. For the sake of my space, I'm going to just show you with tallies. So there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There were more friends reading books than playing games. So you're really going to talk about, now how does this change what I know? So if I know there are 10 students reading books and there are more students reading books or friends reading books than playing games, what do you know? Ideally, you want kids to talk about that the number of students playing games has to be less than 10. Reveal the next quantity. There were 10 friends reading books. There were 3 more friends reading books than playing games. So if there are 3 more friends playing books, am I 3? Than playing games, how many friends were playing games? And so this is where they would talk about, well, they had their counters. They would talk that there are 3 here, so how many? And then they can make that comparison by matching up their snap cubes or counters. And so then they can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 students playing games. And how I know that and how I can prove that is by saying, going back to my original quantity, there were 3 more friends playing or reading books. Are there 3 more friends reading books? Yes, because 3 more than 7 is 10. Now remember, if we were just teaching keywords, students would take 10, take 3, and add them together. But they really have to understand the situation that's occurring here in order to answer that question of how many friends are playing board games. All right, let's try another one. One night, Maria caught some lightning bugs in a jar. She caught more lightning bugs than Theo. So once again, you're going to start by just asking students, what are you picturing in your mind when you read these sentences? Give them time to collaborate, discuss. Next question, how many lightning bugs are you picturing in Maria's jar? But how many are you picturing in Theo's? And that, you could divide the class in half. All right, this side of the class, how many do you think would be in Maria's? This side of the class, think about Theo's, and then have them share out. Who caught more lightning bugs, and how do you know? How can you prove that? Ideally, hopefully they see that she caught more. So Maria has more than Theo. Remember that comparison, okay? All right, now we have this bit of information where Maria caught 12 lightning bugs in a jar. She caught more lightning bugs than Theo. So what do we know now? And how has that changed our information? So once again, we're talking about Maria and we're talking about Theo. Students can then label their paper, Maria, Theo. We know something about Maria now. And we know that Maria has 12 lightning bugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now remember, ideally this should be used with manipulatives or connecting cubes, but for the sake of my space, I'm just using tallies. We still don't know Theo, but what we do know is that Maria caught more than Theo. So the question that you can ask students is, if Maria caught 12, what does that mean that Theo must have caught? Anyone have any guesses? And they should be guessing numbers less than 12. All right, ready for our next information? Reveal that one night Maria caught 12, which we have. She caught 2 more lightning bugs than Theo. So if Maria caught 2 more lightning bugs than Theo, here's the 2 more, and you can even encourage them to label 2 more. How many did Theo then catch? And that's where they then think about the part-part-whole relationship, and they can see that is in fact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. With snack cubes, they can actually line them up and compare. And then they can safely answer this question of how many lightning bugs did Theo catch. Remember, if we just teach more means to add, students are going to get misconceptions immediately when it comes to comparison problems. So really taking a step back and having them understand the situation, act out the situation, and clearly label what is happening will help them alleviate those misconceptions.